Okay.
Hey guys, this is Willie with ChattSounds again. This is Never Surrender. We have LeBron, who's the lead singer, and Tony, who is the drummer. You guys have anything you want to say before we get started here?
Not too much, no.
Okay, cool. Well, my first question is, how would you describe yourselves as artists?
I guess paying dues, mostly having fun with the music that we play, enjoying what you do, learning as much as you can. I mean, really just listening to all kinds of music that I can, just gathering everything that I possibly can about music. It's knowledge-based, and it's muscle memory.
And being able to play pretty much any music that you listen to, you go out and you hear something that you like, and you're like, I want to do something like that, and you go and you do what you dream of in your head when you sleep, and you know, live every day for it.
Next question is, any of your work that you're particularly partial to, or any local venues that you prefer to play at?
Well, I think lately it's mostly goes for what the fans like the most, and we have fun playing any of our songs, but crowd response has a lot to do with, you know, the fun that comes out of playing them, and I think Angel of Darkness is probably the most fun. You know, everybody seems to like that the best, especially with our video that we made from Nashville and stuff, and we recorded it. So that one would probably be the song.
I actually saw that video. Is there any inspiration to it?
The video style, or the song in general?
The video itself, like the style of the shooting and stuff.
Well, I had the idea, and I'm sure we've all seen videos of bands going in the studio and songs that you really like and bands that you really like, and it's really cool to be able to see how they made it and get down to the bare roots of the song and not just hearing it or seeing it live, and you can see exactly what they did when they recorded it and stuff like that. And it's just really awesome, and I thought that maybe, you know, we weren't the only ones that wanted to see that, so I figured it'd be a good thing to do.
Angel of Darkness is always a good track. Anthem, even though I get worn out by it, it's probably my favorite to play. As far as venues, I think my favorite was probably playing. It's not open anymore. It's Miss Debbie's. It was over on Highway 58. It was a good time. Everyone out there loved it, and
jam with everybody.
Yeah, just pretty much jam with everybody, and it was an old friend of my dad's that owned the bar. Hopefully do some more work with him here soon.
Cool. Well, do you have any hopes and dreams as a musician, or like for your career?
I want the whole world to know who we are. I want everybody in the whole world to hear the music, and for us to somehow touch people, whether it's just getting out there and rocking your head off, or personally with the lyrics. We love music, and that's what we want everybody else to feel with us.
Cool.
Definitely, I agree with that. I'd like to travel a little bit. Definitely get out of Chattanooga for a bit. Stay in Chattanooga as long as I get to play. That's all I care about, just playing.
That's a good way to be as a musician. Well, what would you like to see happen in the Chattanooga music scene?
I would definitely like to see a lot more local acts playing better venues around town.
And better venues coming out, definitely.
Yes.
More. We don't have a lot, so
a lot as far as promotion, just knowing who they are and who's playing, because there's bands I've seen that they're just straight out awesome, and no one's going to the shows, and it hurts a little bit. It's like maybe someone actually wants to hear original music anymore. That's what I want to know. Is what I want to see is people wanting to listen to new original music and not just what's on the radio.
Yeah.
That would be a nice change of pace in my opinion as well. I'd like to see with you also. We really just don't have enough.
I also, I'd like to see more rock bands and heavy bands, not just so much screaming or soft, but you know, more of everything, like we do.
Well, as an artist, what helps you the most?
Cigarettes and beer and a guitar with strings that are strung and tuned.
Yeah, cigarettes and beer for me. And I don't know. I think the biggest thing actually is writing the songs and getting together as a band and making, you know, having ideas in our heads and making it come true, making them more than just dreams and making them songs and going to the studio and making it more than just in the practice space.
Well, anything you do for inspiration?
I like going to see the local venues, definitely. Whether, you know, the band's good or not, I definitely like to point out the positives and negatives. So I know exactly what's happening. Maybe fix some of the things that I might do, ask friends, or people that come to the shows, or to our shows, definitely to see what they caught on to and what I can fix. But inspiration mostly comes from other people, other people's advice, not necessarily just about music though. It's a lot has to do with it. Well, there's a word for it. I can't even think about what that word is. Just people that help us. That's the biggest inspiration, just to keep going. More perseverance. Yeah. Support.
Yeah, I agree with that. And for me, just music in general, listening to it all the time. That's all I do. I'm not eating or sleeping. I've got headphones on most of the time, just listening to music of all kinds, inspiring me all the time. And you can't forget about our parents either.
Right. Well, is there any particular artist that has inspired you?
I'll let you go first.
I already know what you're gonna say.
Yeah.
I listen to a lot of drummers. Mostly like Danny Carey from Tool, Chris Adler from Lamb of God, and there's a lot of newer drummers out there that are not even really well known that I listen to, try to pick some things up from. And of course, my dad and some other friends that play in bands too. That's mostly it.
Mine is my biggest influence for me is comes from my dad, and so since I was little, and that'd be Kiss. Definitely, Kiss is definitely my biggest inspiration for playing music, for ever wanting to play. Hearing the Kiss Alive 2 album, my dad played the record when I was little, and he always played Ace Frehley's guitar solo after a particular song called Shock Me. And when I was little, I never knew what it was called, but I'd always tell him to play it. Play that song, play that one song. And he always played it in the living room and cranked it on the stereo, and it just took me, and it just made me something that I am now, and just a big dreamer.
Well, it's good to see an artist with actual aspirations for life, and you know, somebody who draws influences from other local music for a change. What's your greatest challenge as musicians so far that you've experienced?
As for me, it's writing. It's hard for me to write and actually come up with. I can get like a first verse down, and then maybe a chorus, and then the rest of it I just not satisfied with. Another challenge is definitely trying to book shows.
That's what I was going to say is the biggest challenge It's getting places to play and getting the opportunities that I think we deserve. You know, a lot of bands around here know a little bit more about how to do that than we do, and hopefully we're going to get the help that we need. You know, get farther and play where we need to play.
Well, you've got our support 100%. That's for damn sure. Well, I guess that's about it, guys. Is there anybody you want to thank, or anything you'd like to say to any other local artists or fans at the moment?
Of course, my dad. He still continues to play music, even though he just does it for basically fun now. Definitely, he bought my first drum kit for me. He also helped me out by not teaching me everything that he knows, so I didn't play like him. So he's definitely the biggest thank you out there.
Well, I have to thank both of my parents for growing me up on all different kinds of music, and thank all our whole families and all of our friends that believe in us and want us to keep going, and we will, no matter what happens. So.
Well, that's it. Thanks, guys. I appreciate you coming out. Again, this is Tony and LeBron from Never Surrender, and that's it for us. See you next time.
See ya.